Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Demons and angels will not kill you. I will.
Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the one who freed him.
No.
He always finds a way. My master will return. Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Adria had conjured an image of pandemonium before I interrupted her.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
Malthael seems to be in pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
And what does that entail?
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
He dares to attack us? Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Malthael thinks he can delay the inevitable, but he underestimates my persistence. I will cross the ancient battleground of the angels and demons and journey on to the gates of the Pandemonium Fortress. This angel has disrupted the balance between life and death, and it falls to me to rebuke him.
I thought on what you said, and you may have been right. Can't bear the thought of another friend's death.
But you also cannot bear a life without friends. You are not like me, Hedrig. You need people.
I suppose so.
I joined a caravan of refugees heading to Bramwell, but we never made it there. Brigands slaughtered everyone. I ran into the forest and hid for days before I dared come out. How am I ever going to find my son?
Peter and Lara have been playing hide from the monster all day. Such imaginative children.
There are no children here.
I said they were hiding, didn't I?
I tried to leave the city today, but the gates are all closed. The guards won't let anyone in or out.
What are you going to do?
Stay here and hide, I guess. I am a coward.
Stop that! You're a good man.
According to the records, King Rakus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, and wore gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about?
The Zakarum Church always held an unhealthy sway in Westmarch, even after the ascension of rulers more interested in power than religion. When the true nature of the faith was finally exposed, however, it completely eroded any influence the church had over civil affairs. And rightly so, I might add.
I see death everywhere. Even when amongst the living, I see the spectre of endless night. But you are different. Death's shadow surrounds you. It obscures all else.
Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write with a strong protagonist.
Despite all of this, I find myself with hope for the future.
A future with Eirena?
No, no, of course not. I do find her company stimulating. Yeah, I do enjoy her unique way of looking at things, but, no.
Just talk to her.
What? She is quite interesting. So, yeah, I suppose so. Perhaps I should. Maybe.
I've met a lot of these people before in Bastion's Keep.
You don't have a weapon. It's not fair.
No weapons, then.
Ha! I'd still win.
I now know that the call is coming from the realm of Pandemonium.
What would draw Lysa's spirit there?
The prophet was a seraph. He may have hidden in Pandemonium to keep his affairs secret from the Angiris Council.
So he could be with her.
I saw her broken body, but the prophet's magic is powerful. He once saved us all. He could have saved Lysa again. Accompany me to Pandemonium. We will find where Lysa's voice is coming from, and perhaps I will uncover the answers I seek. I followed her voice to this place. I can hear her so clearly. We must find her.
We shall.
Here we go!
Is that? Cannot be. Sibyl? This place feels so familiar to me. It was to be a dreamless sleep, but the blackness faded, and dreams I had. Dreams that became nightmares I could not wake from. Sibyl, I am here now. Demons!
I must wait.
You were always the strongest, Eirena. Make us proud. No, do not go. Melaina! The prophet never showed such a place to us. Demons surround Lysa. You must find her, Eirena. Lysa, where is she? My demons, where are they coming from? It is good to see you, Eirena. I thought I would never gaze upon your face again. Do not go. I have questions. Something holds the spirits of my sisters here. Whatever it is will lead us to Lysa. We trained, believing that we would fight together. But Eirena was the one who was chosen. And we were the ones who must sacrifice to support her. Why her and not me? A selfish question, for I know that if she was asked, she would say yes. So I did.
What is that?
The prophet said I would not dream, but I did. At first, they were dreams of color, unsettling. And then I began to hear voices. They called for me, over and over. And then I woke.
Weakness consumes you.
Does Lysa still live? Can I still save her? Raissa! It is you!
When we woke, the demons were in our midst. We were not ready. But you slept, Eirena. Why?
I would have woken Raissa. You must believe me. Are these the demons that killed my sisters?
You must find Lysa. It is not too late.
Farewell, my sister. Through that portal. This portal will lead us to Lysa.
The prophet asked each of us in turn, before he cast the spell of binding, our lives for hers. If we declined, we could leave without any thought of shame. We each heard the question, and answered the only way we could. Our cause was too important to not make that sacrifice.
Lysa! I knew I heard your voice.
Why did we have to give our lives for you, Eirena? What was so special about you? Chosen of the prophet. Your sisters were willing to sacrifice their lives for you, just as the prophet intended. But I would not play along. It merely took time for me to find a way out.
I never knew Lysa. The prophet never told me.
Eirena, know that you possess the greatest potential of all your sisters, and so I chose you. They gave their lives so that you could survive and fight in the most important battle to come. They did this willingly, and their sacrifice is not a burden, but a gift.
I always thought that Lysa was as strong as any of us, perhaps even the strongest. But she decided that the sacrifice asked of her was too great. How can I blame her? In her place, I might have made the same choice.
No. You would always sacrifice for what you perceive to be good.
But if the price is too costly, goodness is not enough. Perhaps there is a better way.
You, mentioned that I should speak with Eirena. I don't think I can do that.
Why? Lyndon speaks to her all the time.
What? That cad? Oh, she's already seen right through his lecherous ways. Surely he'd have no luck. Would he?
It is not a matter of luck. The choice is hers alone, and you'd do best to be honest.
The eyes. Let me see what you see. Show me, please.
We'll never see our friends again.
True, but we won't see that cobbler down the street again either.
Why, you're right. In fact, we're the only cobblers still alive. We'll be rich.
Eirena, I was... Never mind. It was of no importance. Yes. Well, Eirena, I just wish to inform you that, I've left the Order. I'm no longer a Templar, nor bound by their rules.
What are you saying?
I would like it if... I mean, when this is over, would you consider, adventuring at my side?
Of course I would. I would be honored to fight alongside you. I feel as close to you as I did to my sisters.
Oh. Yes, of course. Sisters, indeed.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
He must have been worried.
No, not then. He felt pride. Oh. Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
He tried to kill him.
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh, then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens. The seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
Rakus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins and the marshes outside the city may be their work too. Of course, whenever I ask the Crown for gold to further my excavations, there's always a more pressing matter at hand.
The people of Westmarch are starting to rebuild the city and bury their dead. Their strength is an inspiration. But there are children that witnessed their family being torn apart. Others climbed over piles of corpses to get to safety. What will they make of the world when they grow up? The city has scars that will linger for generations. Deckard Cain wrote much about the Pandemonium Fortress. He kept meticulous notes, drew sketches, and even made some maps. But nothing matches what is there now. The fortress has changed so much since Malthael took over.